What's up, survivalists? gamerzzwnj here, and I am bringing you a Mineways tutorial on how to export to Cinema 4D. Now, this tutorial will just be for the default texture pack. I will also be going through a custom texture pack as well, how to get custom textures for stuff like your trapdoors, right here. If anyone uses Conquest, they'll know this. Also, custom fence textures, which is very exciting. Anyway, the first thing you want to do is make sure you actually have Cinema 4D. Otherwise, the tutorial will be useless. Or Blender or anything other. Yeah, some other type of software for rendering. Then you want to open up the Mineways website, which will be provided in the description below. This is it. You want to head over to the right here. Download Mineways for Windows. Click that. So once you get that, you should get a file called Mineways. Open that file up, and you should have all this. So anyway, you want to fire up mineways.exe. Once it's up, go to File and Open World. These are all your single player worlds. So once you select level.dat, you should have your world loaded up. Now I don't recommend putting it up to full screen because this tends to lag you out. So there we go. Let's try not to lag ourselves out. So now we can see a lot of the stuff that's in our world. This is just my creative testing world, so I don't mind it too much. I will select a build that I have over here. So let's say I want this house. I would find it first and then click and hold down right click to select the build. You should try to box around your target, and once you're done, you just let go. Now you may or may not get this message that says depth of 3 visible blocks, blah 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 blah. This means that your blocks are outside the render distance. So the max and the lower slider here determine how tall your render will be. So because I know that this does not reach up to block 255, I know this goes way down, I can just pull the slider way down so that it doesn't have to render as many blocks. If you go way too down, you will see that it actually affects what you see on the screen. So if I go way too down, you can see that that starts pushing the house down. That means that that will be rendered, but the roof will not be. Then you get it back a little bit higher, and I know that it's around block 30, so I'm just going to leave it at block 30 just to be safe. I'm just going to push the lower way down because this is a super flat world. 0 is actually just bedrock. So once you have that all set up, go to File and Export for rendering. Save it to wherever you want. I'm just going to put it on my desktop for now. I'm going to create a new folder and I'll name this tutorial.obj. The default format will be .obj, which is openable by Cinema 4D. You just hit OK and that starts rendering. You should see a little progress bar right down here in the bottom right. If it's a big render, it'll take longer, but mine's very small, so it happened within a second. So once that's done, you can close off Mineways. So go ahead, fire your Cinema 4D up. Boom, jump cut. But anyway, once you open up Cinema 4D, go up to File and Open, and then find where you saved it. So it's on Desktop, tutorial.obj. That's the file you want to open. Press open, scale it to 100 centimeters, and press OK. And you should see your world right here. Now the first thing I like to do once I finish rendering, once I finish importing, is select everything on the sidebar, and right click and hit for group objects. Name this group object board, because that is called organization, and organization is important for efficiency. Now you have your world here, and it's pretty much empty. It's just white. Now, I know people watching this tutorial may be so beginner that they don't even know how to move the camera. So what you want to do is hold down Alt and left click to rotate. Keep holding down Alt and middle click to move around like so. And right click to zoom in and out. Alternatively, you can hit these buttons up here where I'm clicking right now. This is move, this is zoom in, and this is rotate. Now, let's start by importing the textures. You want to double click on, if you look down here where the materials are, double click on your first one and shift click to the last one. That should select everything. Tick off specular, go to color, texture, and hit these 3 dots and find your tutorial.rgb or whatever your file is called. So here, .rgb. Press open, set sampling to none. That should still say multi, but it's none. Then go down here to alpha, tick alpha. Again, press the 3 dots. This time select the RGBA, not the alpha, and set sampling to none. That's all you need to do. Now, optionally, you may want to find torches. in mine, I don't actually have torches. But if you did have torches, let's say I'll use this jack-o'-lantern. Pretend this jack-o'-lantern is a torch. You would also select glow, tick that, and that would start glowing. Anyway, now that you have your textures, then you can hit Control or Command R depending on what operating system you're running on, and that should render out your scene. That's basically all there is to it, to importing a world in Minecraft into Cinema 4D. Check my next tutorial if you want to see how to import with custom texture packs, including custom fences and custom trapdoors. And if you don't want to do that, then skip forward into my tutorial on how to set up the scene, set up the sky and environment, etc. Thanks for watching.